Hey everybody, I hope you're having a great day. Okay, we have a lot to talk about. So I had asked you some questions that you had about ketones, ketosis, this keto diet. What is this lazy keto versus strict keto versus clean keto versus dirty keto? Like, I've gotten all of these questions. What do I do with electrolytes? Let's talk about kids in keto. What is this 60-hour keto reboot? What is the mom fuel? I've gotten a lot of questions about fat. Like, I legitimately have probably 30 questions right in front of me that we're going to cover, and I'm going to try to go through them quickly and efficiently so that you have all of your answers answered to the best of my ability. So what I need you to understand is this. My name is Stephanie. If we have not met, if we have not chatted, if you're brand new, nice to meet you. Post new in the comments, and I would love to reach out and hear your goals. Where are you tuning in from? We are in Kentucky at the moment, and we have 4 girls. We homeschool, and then we've been on this journey for, I say me and my family, like me on board, it's been 4 years. My husband has done this way before I did it, so it actually wasn't me grabbing my husband and saying, let's do this. It was my husband doing this for 2 years before I joined him, kind of on accident. And so I'll tell you a little bit more of my story later, but where are you tuning in from? And if you're new, post new in the comments. And if you would love to, like, if you can think of anybody in your life that has said keto or is asking you questions, or you've heard they're on the keto journey, you probably have a lot of people on your personal social media. Just press the share button below, because they can all learn this with you. And if they decide to join you, you've got more accountability. So super helpful for everybody. Okay, the very first question is this. What is the difference between dirty or lazy keto and strict clean keto? I don't love those names. I will tell you this. When somebody says like dirty keto or lazy keto, I just don't love the word dirty or lazy. But what that means is this. That means that they're still following the percentages. So if you're brand new, or if you have been around for a while, if you're just like, I'm just starting this, the ketogenic diet is meant to where your body can actually make something called ketones. And ketones are a fuel source. So if you eat really high fat, let's say like 75-80% fat, 15% protein, and 5% carbs. Do you hear what I'm saying? So like really high fat, really low carb, if you do it right, your body hopefully will make ketones. Not everybody's body does. Not everybody's body makes ketones, okay? But if yours does, and if you do it for a long period of time, ketones are a fuel source. They help with energy, long sustained energy, fat loss, focus, better mood, brain, like there's so many benefits to it, okay? And here's the deal. A lot of you might go, hey, keto's a buzzword. I hear it all over the place. You're right. It has also been around for a long time. So I've gotten the question, like, where did this start? How long is it? Where is the research from? I'm not a doctor. I'm not a scientist. I'm a mom, and our family has been passionately doing this journey for a long time because we feel great. My husband feels great. I have watched so many other people on this journey, and it's become a lifestyle, not a diet. It was used as a diet years and years ago. It still is. And the very first applications of the ketogenic diet were used for medical reasons, okay? So it's been around for a very long time. We've gotten to listen to a lot of doctors and scientists and researchers over the last 4 years talk about where it came from, how it was used, why it was used, and how it's evolved. Now, there are 2 different spectrums of people, right? We've got the very strict, very clean keto over here that does not eat over 20 total carbs, not even net carbs. We've got the dirty, lazy keto over here. It's not bad. What that means is this. They're all doing a very similar lifestyle or diet, okay? They've got the high fat, they've got the low carbs. You want to know what it really depends on? Whether it's a dirty keto or a clean keto or a lazy keto or a strict keto, what it depends is the quality of food. That's it, really. So meaning, or even not tracking. So like when I first started this journey, I started because I had a packet that I started with, okay? I'll talk about this later. This is how I started, and then I eased into eating better. My husband did the very strict keto diet over here. This is before you could even drink ketones. And what he did is he weighed his food, pricked his finger to make sure he was in ketosis. He measured everything, right? Everything down to the T of how many ounces of food he was, or meat he was eating, how much fat he was getting. He was tracking it all, okay? So I think of that as a very strict, clean keto over here. He was eating a lot of vegetables. He wasn't gorging on butter and bacon, and not a lot of fast food. So for example, if you were to go over here, it might be more of a lazy keto, meaning I don't want to track everything. I'm going to take the buns off the burgers, the croutons off the salad. I'm going to grab a lettuce wrap. Like, I'm going to mentally log what I'm eating in my head, okay? I don't know if I'm actually eating 80% fat. I don't really know if my body's actually making ketones. So you very well could consider lazy keto even a low-carb diet, low-carb lifestyle. I hope this is making sense. So it's not like one is better or worse. It just depends on what you want to do. Me as a mom, I was not strict keto. I was not going to track everything. I tried for a couple days, and then I did it for probably a month on and off, not consistent. It was work that was just, I had 4 babies, and I was like, I just won't make the extra time to sit there and track it. But in my head, I can go, okay, I'm going to work on my water intake. I'm going to drink my ketones. I did that every single day for a year. And then you want to know what I did? I just made better decisions every single meal. That's how I started. And so I hope that understands between the lazy and the clean, or the dirty and the strict. It's just about, like, somebody over here is not logging maybe, or they quite don't know if they're in ketosis. They might go through a fast food restaurant more often than these people do, and they don't care if, like, they just take the buns off the burgers. That's fine, right? These people over here might care more about the quality of, like, it's got to be organic, it's got to be free range. I need to make sure there's no any types of bad oils in my dressing. I hope this is very clear. So it's not one or the other. It doesn't have to be this or that. It's just what works best for you. And here's a phrase that you can write down. The lifestyle that's going to work for you is the one that you do long term, and that's sustainable, okay? And so if you know, like over here, you're going to track your food for a week and then probably be done with it and go back to eating the way that you did. If you know that you're not going to be able to be strict keto over here, because if you were to clean out your fridge, you'd probably end up going through the drive-thru every single day and binge eat cheeseburgers. Like, just do something. Like, I'll give you an example for what I did. So that's that answer real quick. So the question is how to start. So I've done this same video lots and lots of times, and I'll give you a very simple, brief overview, okay? I started by drinking ketones. I put it in a bottle. I drank it the very first day my husband handed it to me, and I was in ketosis in under an hour. So I had energy, focus. I had my appetite controlled. I was in a better mood. I didn't need a nap, and that's all that mattered to me as a mom. Like, anybody else on here ever hit like the 2:30, 3 o'clock afternoon slump? Like, I didn't hit that, and I was like, there's something to this, and now I want to know more. So that's what I did. I drank the ketones, felt amazing, kept drinking the ketones, kept feeling amazing, and then I slowly joined my husband on this journey. Except I did not clean out the fridge to be keto in 1 week. I did not dive into tracking everything overnight. What I did is I took it one meal at a time, okay? We love to say 1% better every day. What is that 1% for you? So I started with breakfast, and I got the buns and the bagels or the donuts and the cereal, and once the box of cereal was gone, I didn't buy it. Once the bagels were gone, I didn't buy it. And once I felt like breakfast was under control, at this point, I did not intermittent fast. We'll talk about that in a minute, okay? So that's what I did. Once I felt like breakfast was under control, I felt great. I was drinking my ketones and drinking my water. Then I moved on to lunch, and I stopped buying the bread. We still eat deli meat. We eat deli meat that does not have nitrates in it, right? You can do, there's like a good, a better, and a best, right? A good option is take the bread out of off and just eat the meat inside of there, right? The meat and cheese. A better option is nitrate-free meat. The best option is to grow your own cow. I mean, have your own cow on your farm and butcher it in the back, and you know everything that's in that cow. Good, better, best. Are you laughing at me, or do you feel like I'm doing bad? So here's the deal. My husband, he's an amazing guy. He's going to pop over here in a little bit. We're going to talk about something called carnivore, okay? If you follow me on Instagram, if you go to Instagram and go Keto Mom Online, it's all one word, my husband, or for those of you who are watching me on Instagram, is over here, and I've been sharing about carnivore. So what I want you to know is this. We started with one meal at a time, one day at a time, one thing at a time, but I was in ketosis every day because I drank ketones. So I'm going to talk about this a little later. We're going to do carnivore first. If you want to, yes, you're coming over here. My husband said no. He's shaking his head on the other side. Do you want to hear about carnivore? I have had so many people ask me what it is, why he's doing it, because our family is keto, right? We'll talk about that too. He's in ketosis all the time because he drinks this. If you want to know more about my 5 or 10 day experience, post 5 or 10 in the comments. I'll get you more information, or I'll talk about this soon, okay? So, carnivore. My husband has been eating carnivore, and I've got this question for the last 2 weeks, so I have to cover it. All meat for how many days, babe? Come here.
Probably 2 months.
2 months, okay? He's been eating carnivore for 2 months. So, hi, this is my husband. He's always behind the scenes on the other side of this camera, laughing at me.
No, encouraging me.
Encouraging me.
Yes.
Okay, so our 4 daughters, you know what they're doing right now? They're watching, what are they, Iron Man?
They just finished Iron Man.
They just finished Iron Man. We homeschool, and I work from home, so we don't have to get up at a certain time. I do get up to work out, but the girls are staying up late, and it's summer. So, carnivore.
Yes, ma'am.
Why, the people keep asking me, why is your husband eating carnivore? Do you want to tell them why?
I feel great. I mean, honestly,
Don't talk to me, talk to them.
Okay, so it all depends. I agree with the good, better, best. At the end of the day, you got to do what's best for you, your lifestyle, and everybody. I mean, food impacts people differently. So it's like, it's one of these things where I don't want to encourage people to go do something that seems crazy.
Right.
At all.
You've dabbled with this for a long time, and exactly what Steve said, I can't give you a ketogenic diet. Like, you can't go buy a diet plan and expect it to work for you if it worked for your neighbor. Like, there's not a diet that works for every single person the same way. So the reason you did carnivore...
It's going to seem weird. Do
I know.
I need to tell the story, or should I just...
What? Well, I think you should tell a little bit of the story. Do you guys want to hear his story?
I don't know.
Yeah, you do. Okay, just
all
share
right, so
share
we were in Scotland.
Yep.
And we had been talking to a group of people about the carnivore diet. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to give this a shot. Because at this point, I had read enough about the research and the science behind it. I've been following some doctors on Instagram and through Facebook. And I kind of thought, well, I should give it a shot. But it seems so crazy.
Right.
How many of you,
just meat.
I mean, how many of you have ever done something that just seems so crazy?
Well, our
most
family thinks, most people think we're crazy.
What happens is what's crazy is when you go on a diet.
Right.
And then you do maybe good for a couple days, and then it all goes down. And that's why I love what you teach about. You talk about finding something that works for your life, and you apply it, get 1% better every day. You create new systems, create new patterns, and that creates long-term lasting results. So while in Scotland, I thought, you know what, this sounds crazy. I love meat. I might as well just give it a shot.
Right.
So basically, it was pretty simple. Drank my ketones, ate my meat. Drank his ketones
and ate another steak.
I did it for 30, 40 days. I felt phenomenal. Do you remember that?
In Scotland, you did it for 30 days?
Did you know that?
I didn't know you did it for 30 days. I remember him trying it, and then I remember him quitting it.
There is no try. There's only do.
Nope, you tried it because you quit.
I quit. You're right. So I did it for 30, 40 days, and then I stopped.
This was last year, so almost a year.
We went to Hong Kong.
A year this summer.
We went to Hong Kong. And when we went to Hong Kong, it was the most amazing trip of our entire life.
Yes.
But there was so much stuff that was fried and had breading and...
Oh, yes!
It was hard. The sauces.
Hong Kong
everything
trip,
had sauces.
We did not do very well.
Here's what I did. I justified. I said, you know what? When I get back to the States, then I'll go back to eating my meat.
Oh, has anybody ever done that? Gone on vacation?
How many of you have ever said
gone somewhere and
Monday,
when I come home, I'll start over again.
I'm going to start this tonight, or I'm going to start this tomorrow morning.
Yeah. So
that's basically what happened. But if anybody knows anything about myself, my journey has kind of been like this. For the most part, it's been this crazy roller coaster. And so it hasn't been until I've actually found these things and been a part of something pretty awesome that have created a pretty healthy lifestyle. And so kind of where we're at today. Right.
So the reason you do carnivore is because you did it a while ago.
Yep. Year ago.
I mean, we don't have to go into the health reasons. His body just never has digested things like lettuce and vegetables.
That's really the reason for why we're doing this now.
For him, he just knew that when he ate stuff that I kept saying, eat a salad, eat some more avocado, babe, eat this, and he would eat it, and he's like, I don't feel good.
Right.
Right?
So we were in Florida.
Yep.
And I remember, I'm doing the Keto Mom thing. I'm doing all the vegetables.
I'm eat the avocados.
Eating the bacon.
You can do it, babe. Take the buns off your burgers. Because he had been doing it, and then he stopped, and he dabbled, and he tried something new, and...
But I got to the point to where I was like sick and tired of being sick and tired. I wanted to eat like my wife, right? Because she does a great job. Like, she's found her lifestyle that fits really well.
Yeah.
I mean, super strong, and she's honestly she's the real deal. And so I thought, I'm gonna do that same thing. Like, I just want to stay consistent. And for me, I was like, lettuce wasn't setting well with me, and I was in Florida. We had this great Caesar salad. I came home, I was taking a shower. This is probably gonna be gross, but I puked all over in the shower.
The lettuce?
And lettuce went everywhere. And I just thought to myself, like, what is going on? What, like, I'm eating all of the right things. Why do I feel like a cow when I'm a rhino?
Hey, if you have not read the book Rhinoceros of Success, you should read it.
Yes.
If you're just tuning in, let us know where you're tuning in from.
And so basically, I was kind of like at this moment where for me, that was that defining moment of like, man, I really should go back to eating meat, because I remembered a year ago how great I felt.
I mean, has any of you ever been here? Like, you've done this before, you've been around the block, you felt great. I hear the story every single day.
I know, all the time.
I felt great, fell off, I should get back to it. How do I start?
So my plan was...
You drew a line in the sand.
So I was going to start tomorrow. That's what I told myself.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I just puked up my last supper, I kind of thought, and I'm going to eat meat tomorrow. But this is where it gets kind of crazy. I went to bed that night, and I had a dream. No lie. This is what I saw.
He had a dream.
I did.
And for real.
Hey,
you want to know?
Stephanie's page started because of a dream.
This Keto Mom page started because of a dream. I woke up after my very first packet of ketones. I'm not going to lie. And I said, hey, babe, I think you should start a Facebook page called Keto Mom. I have no idea what I'm going to talk about, but you should start it. That was 4 years ago.
So in my dream, and this could be crazy. Some of you are like, man, is he prophetic? I don't know. Maybe I'm pathetic.
We
I'm
dream
not really
a
sure.
lot.
But in my dream, I had a plate. I was sitting at a table surrounded by a good group of friends. And no lie, I looked down at the plate, and it was just like this, completely empty. And all of a sudden, I heard this voice, and it said, what do you think
I'm not laughing at you. I think it's amazing.
What do you think you're supposed to eat? And
what are you supposed to eat?
I looked down, and guess what was on my plate?
Meat.
I'll show you what was on my plate.
He'll show you what was on the plate. Here's the deal. I'm talking, if you're just tuning in, we're talking about carnivore. If you follow me on Instagram, my husband's been carnivore.
That was.
Eating steak for 40 days. No, 50. 2 months.
We're on 2 months now.
Yeah, 60.
So,
anyways,
I
you
don't
do
want
it.
everybody to do this. That's the thing.
We're not going to teach you how to do it. I'm not going to. I mean, there's a specific way that he's learned actually with some doctor friends.
I should probably talk about that real quick.
Yes.
Because I think it's no different than the dirty, lazy keto thing.
Yes.
People think you can just go to a fast food restaurant and buy 16 hamburgers and eat them all. Like,
right.
Burnt hamburgers
bacon,
are not good
burnt
for you.
burgers, like all of the fast food stuff.
It's
there
not
are
just,
people that teach the carnivore like that. No different than going, you can do the keto diet and live off of bacon and butter. That's not the case. Like, somebody goes, oh, it's terrible for you. You're supposed to eat things from the ground, like good hearty vegetables, and let it, like, if your body chooses to accept it like mine, we eat better foods, not just bacon and butter.
We're better together.
Right. Not just bacon and butter. He has chosen to eat carnivore. We're not going to teach you how to do it, but if you ever decide to do it, make sure you do your research on it, because you don't just eat burgers from a restaurant. You actually have, it's like called head to tail. Like, he's eating liver.
Well, here's what's
tell
crazy.
them what you're doing.
So most of the time I eat ribeyes, I
Right.
eat sirloins, I eat stuff that I really, really love. I eat that most of the time.
He eats twice a day. So he intermittent
Sometimes
fasts. We'll talk
only
about
once.
that in a little bit. Yeah.
But I start every morning, I drink these. If you're curious, did you tell them, comment 10,
I'll talk
Mom
about that in a
Fuel,
minute.
whatever, down below. She'll reach out to you. But basically, I just eat meat. I eat meat that I love, and I cook it in the air fryer. We got two
We
air
just got another air fryer today. We have two because we needed it.
I'm looking for salmon roe for some healthy fats. It's like salmon eggs, but I can't find them anywhere. But I will find them. So basically, after talking to some doctors, what is best for me is
A doctor that understood it.
I was eating. I've learned from a lot of people. So I would say choose your peer group.
Yeah.
Find some mentors. It's so important. But for me, I take liver, and so I was eating it raw. I was eating it like mixed in with hamburger. It was disgusting. I found some really great liver capsules that I can now take.
Anybody love liver?
I take bone meal for my minerals, magnesium, that kind of stuff. And then that's it. Like, I do that.
And eat steak.
I eat my meat. And
it's really easy to cook for him,
ketones.
by the way. Really easy.
And I'm going on 2 months strong. I feel unbelievable. I've gotten stronger. I feel lighter. I feel
faster. How lighter are you?
I don't know if we should talk about that. I do know exactly.
How lighter are you? You guys want to know how lighter he is?
Maybe you should comment the number down below, what you think I weigh.
How many pounds
and
have
if you dare put 400, I'll be upset. No, but honestly, it's about really living a healthy lifestyle. You've got to do what's best.
What works for you.
So, is there anything else you need from me?
No, thank you. Okay, so we're not here to teach you about being a carnivore. I'm here just because I have gotten a lot of questions about why he's doing it. He's doing it because it works best for him. Doesn't mean he'll do it forever, and his birthday's coming up in August, and he may have, he loves carrot cake, so he's like, maybe I'll have one treat a year. Who knows?
Hey,
who knows?
So
anyways, that's the carnivore question. The next question is this. So we're going to I'm going to go through the next questions really quickly for you. Net carbs versus total carbs. So a net carb and a total carb. The tip is to flip. If you flip something over and look on the back of it, look on the back of something, right? Okay, so here's my Reboot box. So we're going to talk about this in a minute. A lot of you are joining us on the Reboot. You should have already taken your capsules, okay? The rest of it's for the 60 hours. If you flipped it over and it says carbs, let's say that your meal, let's say that you're maybe you're eating a bar, like a keto bar, right? Let's say it says 10 carbs. And then let's say it says fiber, 5. And then let's say it says sugar, alcohol, 3. A net carb technically is, you can subtract the fiber and the sugar alcohol, so this would have 2 net carbs. I subtracted the 5 for fiber, the 3 for sugar alcohols, leaves me with 2 left out of 10 carbs. So with all of that saying, some people do the keto diet with net carbs, some people do the keto diet with total carbs. And this works what's good for you. Some people's bodies are super sensitive, they have to do total carbs. Some people can get into ketosis easily and they can do net carbs and they can be a little bit more wiggle room. So you've got to play around with it. This is where, if you're not going to drink ketones, you really do have to have a tracker if your goal is fat loss or to get into ketosis until you know what you're doing, okay? That's net carbs and total carbs. Okay, next question. Vitamins. I don't take any vitamins. I drink ketones. I drink water. I take, electrolytes. We'll cover electrolytes. So I'm not super great about taking a multivitamin. If you do, that's awesome. I have some. I take them when I remember. But electrolytes. And so if your body is in ketosis, right, whether you're drinking them or you're eating that way, your body is flushing out your electrolytes, sodium, magnesium, potassium, and your body can be dehydrated. So even being in ketosis, you need to make sure that you're drinking enough water. So you've got to be drinking plenty of water. So what's super fun is we've been tracking my water today, and I'm pretty sure I met my goal. I have to drink approximately 64 ounces, okay, a day. About half your body weight in ounces. That's what you should be drinking.
Oh, so you weigh 128?
Approximately, yes. My husband's calculating my weight. I haven't stepped on a scale in probably 4 years. I had somebody reach out to me today and she said, hey, I have a slight headache. I've been doing keto for 4 days. I said, how's your water intake and are you drinking electrolytes? So I have something called Mitoplex that I drink. It's like an amped up electrolyte. So it's like electrolytes on steroids. Huh, get it? It's funny. So this is what I drink. I'll let you know more about this if you want to. Just message me or just send me a message about electrolytes and I'll show you what this is or send you a video about it. But this is super powerful, or you can drink pickle juice, or you can sprinkle in here's something super easy. Grab some Himalayan salt and put it in your water, put it on your foods, okay? So your body's flushing it out, you need to replenish it. So that's super, super important. Next question. For some reason I can't read my handwriting. No, it's okay. Oh, the scale. Oh, I talked to a sweet girl named Tina today. Babe, I actually kind of need that. He took my notes. Hey, I talked to this girl named Tina, and she said, hey, I love how I'm feeling. I'm drinking ketones. I'm drinking more water. I've taken away the processed sugar and carbs. That's what we've done in our family, right? She goes, but I'm really frustrated because I haven't seen the scale move. She sent me 3 pictures. Tina, you're amazing. She sent me 3 pictures, one from March, April, and currently, or I can't remember how it went, right? And I said, what are you frustrated about? You look amazing. You can completely tell her body has changed physically. You can see it in the pictures. And I said, do you see that? So when you're eating keto or low carb, guess what happens? Fat loss is different than weight loss. A diet is you're probably losing muscle and water weight. Fat loss is going to be shown by how your body's looking, the inches lost, how your clothes are fitting, different, even things like how many more reps in the gym can you do? Can you walk further, right? I have a sweet lady that messages me often, and she's like, I walked faster today. I did 30 seconds faster. I walked an extra half a mile. All of those things are what needs to happen to create fat loss. This is not an overnight success. This isn't even a fat loss. I mean, this isn't even a magic pill, okay? This isn't meant for, like, don't take this harshly, but you didn't get to where you are today overnight. You're not going to get to where you want to go overnight. So this is consistency. This is plugging in, staying in the community. This is don't mess up good for perfect. This is like, hey, shoot, I didn't do good yesterday, but I'm going to do better today. 1% better every single day. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I hope so. Calories. Here's another question. Like, do I have to count calories? Here's a very, very simple answer for you, okay? Think about this. When you're eating a whole bunch of carbs, carbs have calories, fat has calories. So what I've learned is carbs have, like, say they have 5 calories per 1 gram of carb. A fat gram has like 9 calories per 1 gram of fat. So if you decide to go keto and you're shoving your face full of fat bombs and you're like adding butter to all of your foods, a lot of you women overdo the heavy cream immensely in your coffee and you're snacking on too much cheese. So a question we get is how much, like, if I reach a plateau, the first question I ask women for sure is how much dairy are you eating, and are you measuring that stuff? Because if you are slamming everything you eat with fat, your calories are going up, you're eating more, and you're not going to see fat loss. You're going to sit right here, okay? So you don't have to go crazy about calorie counting, but you do have to have a calorie deficit, meaning lesser calories if you want to lose fat loss. I hope that's making sense. So what I love to tell people is I prefer them not to go crazy strict keto in a week because it's overwhelming. It can get frustrating. You might be overeating. You don't eat if you're not hungry. You don't have to meet, like, some people look at their macros on their little tracker and they go, shoot, it's the end of the day. And I've only eaten 60% fat. That's not enough fat. I have to get more fat in my diet, right? So they're sitting on their couch eating fat bombs, maybe drinking like a special little drink with heavy cream in it, and they're not hungry. You don't have to eat if you're not hungry. Fat keeps you fuller longer. That's why you add some to your food, but you don't go eat it just to eat it, okay? So that is all about the calories. How to track your food. So MyFitnessPal is easy if you want to track your food, and even if you just do it for a little bit, okay? What I tell people is this. Go to MyFitnessPal. There's one called Carb Counter. Just go Google Keto Carb Counter and track your food for the next couple of days of what you think is good. Don't try to meet the macros very strict. Go, hey, this is how I eat. This is what I think is a good option. Track it and just see where your numbers end up, and then you can tweak it from there. So it's a good visual for you. So we did that in the very beginning, and now I don't do it anymore. Cheat days. Okay, yes, I have a cheat day. I want you to understand something. If your goal is serious fat loss, then I would say do not have a cheat day often, and here's why. Because if you have a cheat day and if you can't get yourself back on track, you're going to spiral out of control, and then you and I will be chatting again next year. Meaning, if I have a cheat day, I have something to go, I have something to get me back on track, and then I keep moving forward. This isn't a magic pill. It's not made for me to go cheat. But what it is made for is, like, I can get my body in ketosis in under an hour. So I've got my appetite controlled and my mood and my energy and my focus and all of those things that I've got ketones flowing through my system. So I'm going to make a better choice if I had a cheat day. For example, earlier this week I had some sushi. I love sushi, but it's not the kind of sushi that you think. It's the sushi that has rice and it has, so this is how I used to justify it. I'm like, it has avocado, it has some steak and asparagus, and just a little bit of rice on the outside, and then it has some spicy mayo on it. It's called the Chicago roll. I loved it.
Not sushi.
Babe, it's not real sushi because it's all cooked.
It's like American.
It's like American sushi. I won't eat anything that's not cooked.
So how are you going to remake it?
I'm going to try to remake this into a keto version of my favorite type of American sushi. But what I want you to understand is this. I did have that. I didn't feel bad about it. I got back on track the next day. Like, if I don't feel good, then I just won't eat something the next time. It doesn't really make me feel bad. But I'm like, oh, it's not great for me. But I do have cheat meals. It's not like we're not perfect. Like, we are not perfect. We do the best we can with the best that we can with our foods, and we don't keep it in our home. So, like, there's no ice cream, there's no Oreo, there's no none of that stuff. There's no pretzels or there's no popcorn. Sometimes my kids do drink that Skinny Pop stuff, that eat that stuff. Is it storming, babe? I just heard thunder. Hey, so what I need you to know is this. We keep our home very clean. Like, it's not perfect, but it's very close. And then when we are outside of our home, if my kids eat something, okay, here's the next question. I'm rambling. I'm so sorry. Hey, I've got a couple more things we'll cover. Kids and keto. So this is the question I get. Are your kids keto, and how do you get them to be keto? My kids aren't keto. We got out the sugar cereal, right? For breakfast, they have eggs, bacon, or sausage. My kids aren't huge breakfast eaters. We only drink water. There's no juice or pop in the home. There's no cookies or brownies or gummy snacks or any of that stuff to snack on. They snack on hard-boiled eggs, nuts, beef sticks, cheese sticks, strawberries. Or my kids will drink a protein shake, like keto protein with ketones in it. And then but if they go to a birthday party, my kids will have a cupcake. If they were to go somewhere, like if they order fries, they order fries. I don't want my children to grow up and binge when they leave the house. Like, they have to understand how their body feels. And if we can teach our children that mommy's not on a diet, daddy's not on a diet, like, this isn't because I'm fat, but we're all choosing to eat better to fuel our bodies the best that we can, then they will grow up learning how if they eat something that doesn't feel right, they'll go, oh shoot, I shouldn't eat that, I don't feel good, okay? So that's how we teach our kids. My kids drink ketones. This is a super touchy subject. I am the mom and I can choose if my children drink ketones or not. So really quick, somebody asked about my mom fuel, okay? This is what I drink. I have drank every single day for the last 4 years. There's lots of flavors, and so how I started my children off is this. Well, I drank one every single day, okay? As I learned over the last 4 years, what ketones are super, super powerful is for the brain. And so ketones legitimately turn on crazy light bulbs in your brain that like glucose or carbs or sugar will not. And so when I started drinking this, I started feeling amazing. When I started learning more and the power behind the education on ketones in the brain, I thought, why would I not fuel my kids' brains the best I can, right? So I've got one daughter that has to work extra hard on reading. That's all I'll say about that. One daughter who just needs a little bit of help with attention and just focusing in life. And this is my thought, is if I can fuel my kids' bodies with good food, right? There's lots of things that are behind children's behaviors, but this is what we decided to do. In the very beginning, we've got 4 girls. I took one packet, I shook it in a whole bunch of water, and they shared it. So my thought is, if an adult needs an entire packet, my children can share a packet, and they've got ketones flowing through their system, and that's my choice. So I'm not going to tell you how to feed your children it. I'm not going to tell you you should or shouldn't. I'm just going to tell you I can see a huge difference, and I'm going to continue to have my children drink ketones. So, but if you want to know more about this, you and I can chat. So ketones, or being in ketosis, is phenomenal. The benefits are fat loss, focus, energy, better mood, better sleep. A lot of people are saying I feel phenomenal with my sleep. Muscle preservation. We've got athletes that are using the ketones, and eating better, right? Because it's helping their performance. It's helping their, like, we've got an entire team of Spartan racers that all of their numbers have skyrocketed, and they're doing amazing because they're fueled by ketones. And guess what? They eat vegan, or they're plant-based is what they say. You don't have to be strict keto to drink these. So we've got people that are Whole30, or people that just eat healthy, or people that are just starting their journey, or people that are strict keto, and it amplifies what they're doing. If you want to know more about my mom fuel, post a 5 or 10, and you and I will chat later. So you can try a variety of flavors without committing a month to anything. I mail these every single day. Every day they're going in the mail. A lot of you are trying them all over the world. We mail some to Hong Kong. I just have a sweet new friend. Her name is Mel in Australia. She joined our team, and she's actually sharing ketones in Australia. We've got Flavia on here. She's in the UK, and she's got an amazing team over there that's sharing ketones with people. We've got people in Canada and the United States. Oh, and Mexico. So this conversation isn't going away, and people's lives are being changed. Whether it's diving into the diet, if you want a diet, or making this a lifestyle like we've done over the last 4 years, like, continue to follow our journey. Tune into the Keto Mom Facebook page, or on Instagram, Keto Mom Online, right? We're here to share recipes and tips and tricks and hacks and what our family does, and anything that we learn we'll share with you, whether it's science-based or education or whatever it is. Like, this is what we're super passionate about, and we love it. And if you're on Instagram, you'll see a lot more of our life, because I share on stories all day long. So you'll see our crazy life and the behind the scenes of my children. So if you're on Instagram, I hope you're having fun with that. So anyways, I will get back with more of you about this. Lastly, one of the main questions I got was fasting. So intermittent fasting. A lot of you are starting the 60-hour keto reboot. So we are doing this right now. But intermittent fasting is something that you would do if you, like, I didn't start this way, right? I started drinking ketones and I love to eat breakfast. My husband, on the other day, my husband, intermittent fasts. So he gets up, he works out, he drinks water, he drinks his ketones. He doesn't eat until lunchtime, right, babe? Probably 1 or 2 o'clock. And so he eats his steak, or maybe you would have your first meal. Intermittent fasting is just a period of time between after supper time at about 7 o'clock till the next day lunchtime, and you've got this fasting, intermittent fasting, where your body's creating ketones and it's resting and it's doing all the things it should do, and helps a lot of people get past a plateau, helps a lot of people with fat loss faster. I like to eat breakfast, but we actually don't eat breakfast till like 10 or 10:30, so it's kind of intermittent fasting. But anyways, if I intermittent fast, it's because I forgot to eat. Whew, I should take a breather. I'm really, really, really hot. I'm sweating in my house. Really thanks, babe. Okay. I just wanted to show you guys my big muscles, right? Okay, a lot of you are diving in. Let's end with this, the 60-hour keto reboot. You can't even get this right now, but I'm going to walk you through what it is. So it is a reboot to where everything in the kit is being taken over the next 60 hours. So a lot of you that are joining us, if you're rebooting, you should post a purple heart below. I think that's fun. So you already took your capsules. You took your capsules. You're going to go to sleep as soon as we're done chatting, okay? Tomorrow you're going to wake up and you're going to drink one of your 4 flavors of ketones. You're going to drink, like tomorrow I'll probably drink the Heart Tart. And you have your Mitoplex, which is your electrolytes, and I'm going to I put them together. So you're going to have this, and then lunch is going to roll around, and you're going to look in your kit, and you're going to go, which broth should I drink? Oh, I'm going to drink the French onion or the thyme. I drink them all warm. So this is your lunch, this is your dinner, and then you're going to do the same thing at night. You're going to drink a caffeine-free, and then you're going to take your pills. So it's all laid out. You should have instructions in your kit, and make sure you're in the private group because we did a live at 9 o'clock. So we'll have a whole bunch of coaches walking you through the next 60 hours. And so we will have lives in there. It's going to be amazing. Coaching, what to look for, what to expect, why we do the reboot. So if you're not in the private Facebook group, private message me and I will get you there. If you want to join us for the next reboot, you can join us in August, post reboot in the comments, and you can join us in August, okay? We only do this once a month so that we can all do it together as a collective community so that we can coach everybody through it. Why somebody would want to do the reboot? A lot of people go, I want some fat loss. That's great, but it helps people get past a plateau. It's really about the mindset. Like, I don't have to be controlled by food. I'm going to control what I eat. I'm not going to eat out of habit. I'm not going to eat because the clock says to eat. I'm not going to eat because my children left food on the plate. I'm not going to eat because I'm emotional or bored, okay? That's what this reboot is about. It's powerful. And then something new that we added to the reboot, it's a new reformulated reboot, re-engineered. Hold on, let me find it. I'm really excited about this. On Wednesday, when the people are done rebooting, they get to try our Keto Pro or Keto Protones. So they get to drink this. This is our new keto protein that has amino acids and ketones and protein. It tastes like, it's delicious, by the way. This will be their first meal, and then they'll go on eating how they want to, whether it's low carb or strict keto, or we've got plant-based people. However you want to eat, it's up to you, okay? So that's the reboot. That's intermittent fasting. I think I reached a good chunk of the questions. If I didn't get your question, private message me and I would love to send a message to you. Let's just recap real quick. We talked about the scale really fast. The pee strips are not accurate. I had so many people say, can I pee on a strip and see if I'm in ketosis? In the very beginning, yes. Sometimes you pee off the strip. Sometimes you've drank too much water. Sometimes the strips don't work. The longer you do it, don't get frustrated, okay? The blood meter is the best. I have gone on Amazon before and got a Mojo, M-O-J-O. I don't have an affiliation link. I don't have anything to it. If you want it, go get it. It's not cheap to test your blood, but it's fun to do it. And then I just do it sometimes, but I ran out of strips a long time ago. So I do love to do it. And then we talked about net carbs, lazy keto, dirty keto. Somebody asked, how do I use MCT oil? MCT oil is coconut oil. That's a great way to get your good fats up, so you can put it on your salads, in your coffee. It's great, just don't overdo it because it will flush you out. Lastly, somebody asked about constipation. I'm not a doctor, but what I've learned is this. Most people are constipated doing the strict keto diet, not drinking ketones, because let me tell you, this will make you regular. It helps with digestion. And who doesn't love to poop? I mean, most people, people need to talk about poop because I think they're afraid to, and I love to poop. I'm just being real with you because I think it's great. If you can't poop, it's super, super stressful. So what you need to do is this. If you dove into a crazy strict keto diet really quickly, if you are constipated, obviously you can check with your doctor.
Share with somebody who can't poop. Share this with somebody.
Share this with somebody who can't poop. Oh my goodness. You need more water. I have heard that you've dove into the diet probably too quickly. You may have to up your carbs. You might have to grab some fiber.
No.
Like, don't stress out. Don't
get fiber.
Don't stress out if you have to up your carbs, okay? Drink ketones because this will not make you constipated. And talk with your doctor. I think I've heard people say magnesium's helpful. So that's a doctor question, but it's not fun to not poop, so you better figure that out.
Don't take fiber.
Why?
Don't do it.
My husband doesn't like fiber, but he's a carnivore, remember, so he said don't drink fiber.
Don't.
Talk to your doctor. Okay, I appreciate you all. Lastly, I have one more thing. Post 5 or 10 below. I'll be right back. I have to grab a can out of my fridge. Post 5 in the comment or 10.
Mom fuel.
What do you want?
Mom fuel.
Mom fuel. Somebody asked me, I was at the pool the other day, and this is what I had. Hold on.
You got people posting 5 space or space 10. That's
no,
why.
5 and 10. Hold on, I can't find it. It's in my fridge. Okay, I had one of these. I had one of these at the pool the other day, and somebody said, "What is this can?" Okay, so this is a new reformulated. It's called a lifestyle drink. So this is what it looks like. It's a clean fuel. We are not labeling it an energy drink. Okay, this is what it's for. It is like, so if you drink this packet, so all you do is take this, you put it in some water. It's a powder. You shake it up. In 12 to 15 ounces of water. If it's too sweet, you can add more. You could add 30 ounces of water. As an adult, I say drink it under an hour. Okay, so drink it 30 minutes before you want to be happy. Drink it before you go to the gym. Drink it on your way to the gym. Drink it mid-morning or maybe when you're going to hit that slump. Like maybe you had lunch and you're like, shoot, I need something. Like that's what this is for. It can be drinking any time of the day. If it has the caffeine one, you don't want to drink it, before 3 o'clock. There's no right or wrong way. So a lot of you, we chat every single day about this. You're in ketosis under an hour. This is called a free cell ketone, okay? So what this is it uptakes quickly. So when I drink this, I can feel it in 15 minutes. Like, I'm not jacked. I am jacked.
Whoa.
I know, right? I mean, like, I'm not like, people go, is it like a crazy caffeine kick? No, ketones are like a heightened level of awareness. It's like it turns your brain on, okay? So I had this at the pool and people kept going, what in the world is this? It's just a different way to drink ketones. Like, if you're heading to the pool, I grabbed one out of the fridge. I'm like, I need something to drink. If maybe you're heading to your kid's sports activity and you want to go to the ball field and you don't want to drink something that might kick you out of ketosis or something that would cause you to spiral out of control or not a very good choice, maybe you grab a can to take with you, right? Ladies' night. So if you want this, you can go to ketomom.com, right? I'm watching myself over there because my husband's watching for your guys' questions. You can go to ketomom.com. So I'll give you an example. How many of these do I drink a day? The very first year that I did this, I drank 1 a day. So I got up, drank my ketones, did the best I could with my food. A year into this lifestyle approach, I decided I should join a gym. Like, I could join a gym. Like, I need some muscles. So I got up early. I had an accountability partner. That's super, super key. Ask your mom or your sister or your friend or your coworker or your neighbor. Like, if you're on a journey to better, whatever your better is, ask somebody to join you. It's the power of the ask, and most people are looking for something. They want to feel better because most people don't feel good, and they need somebody else to do it with them. My sister drove up to my driveway every single day at 5:30, and I had to get up because she was outside. So I would grab my ketones, I hit the gym. And then around 1 or 2 o'clock, I would grab another keto. So I drink 2 a day. There is caffeine in them, or you can drink caffeine free. The only reason you would drink caffeine free is if you take it at night or if you're super caffeine sensitive. Otherwise, the caffeine helps with the uptake of ketones. This is like a lifestyle drink. This is like not everybody drinks them every day. Maybe you would drink one of these before the gym and you drink this later. Everybody uses it differently. So it's super great, tastes delicious. It's a clean fuel, fierce focus, cognitive function, fat loss, but it's delicious. So I brought it to the pool. Plus it looks cute when I hold it, right? Okay, so I think that's it. That was all the questions I had. I appreciate you all. Thank you for tuning in. I would love to chat with you about your goals. There's lots of things that we could share. And here's the very last question, because I think this is important. How do you maintain if you've reached, like I get questions of like, should I do this forever? Like, do I want to do keto forever? And I just want to give you a very simple visual and then I'm going to let you go. If I got to where I am today and I said, well, I'm just going to maintain, or I can do whatever I want now because I reached my goal, this means that if I reached like ultimate muscle performance like I've done, like if I'm super happy with how I look, and then I'm going to go, I'm just going to do whatever I want now because I've reached my goal. That means I would be going back to eating chicken nuggets, pizza, corn dogs, and Debbie snacks, okay? That doesn't even make sense. So the way that we eat, again, is not just butter and bacon. The way that we eat vegetables and different meats and salads, and we eat a good low-carb keto lifestyle, okay? And I feel amazing, so there's no reason for me to go back to the way I was eating before. So in maintenance mode, when you've reached your goals, that might mean that you might have a little bit more wiggle room for a cheat day, okay? Or I had the sushi, or maybe I'll have some pizza with the kids. Here's the kicker. You have to get yourself back on track. Most people don't, so that's why I say if you're gonna have a cheat day, what happens? I can promise you, you can test this because I've done it. I will make a keto skillet chocolate chip cookie. Phenomenal. I tested this on my kids. And they don't ask me for seconds. And if they do, maybe a little bit, they'll have an extra corner. Because the sugar replacement in the keto cookie is not addictive, okay? When we go grab a cookie when we're out and about, or if we were to have a cookie at a birthday party or a piece of cake or a cupcake, that crazy sugar in that small amount of dessert causes us to go out of control. Like, don't tell me that you can eat one Oreo and not want to go grab another one. So what happens on cheat days is people go, oh shoot, it legitimately attacks your nerve, like your body. And your brain's gonna go, I want another cookie, I want another piece of cake, I want to go back and have some more fries, I need some more pizza, the pizza's not gone, it's in the fridge, I'm gonna go eat the rest of it. That's what happens. So when I say you're gonna have a cheat day, you better sure have yourself under control. You drink a lot of water the next day and you get back on track. So I get back on track. I've got something to get me there. If you don't, you better make sure that you do before you have a cheat day. I hope that's making sense. Most people go, I'll come back on Monday. Monday comes, shoot, I'm going out with my friends. Tuesday comes and there's donuts at the office, and who can resist a donut? Then Wednesday, then Thursday, then next month, then next year. I promise you, I hear it all the time. So if you want better, what is your better? Do you want to be a better mom, a better dad, a better athlete, a better boss, a better employee? Like, what is it? Write it down. Find an accountability partner. Invite somebody on the journey with you. Ask them to hold you accountable. Find somebody that wants to do this with you. If you mess up, get back up and keep going. The only person that fails is a person that quits. The only person that fails is a person that decides that they're done, okay? Like, it's the same with anything in life, whether it's business or relationships or finances or your food, right? Don't quit. Like, sorry, it's been 2 weeks, this didn't work for me, I'm gonna go find something new. No, this does work. It makes sense. It's eating real food and drinking water and drinking ketones. Like, if I had to tell everybody on here right now how to start, I would say grab some ketones, get all of the juice and pop out of your fridge. Let's clean your fridge up to make it a better option, and that's what you're gonna do. Buns off the burgers, croutons off the salad, grab a lettuce wrap, 1% better every day. Before you put something in your mouth, think about, is it gonna help or hurt? Is it good or not good? Is it going to get me towards my goal, or is it gonna make me further away from my goal? That's it. That's how you do this. Plug into our community. We appreciate you all. I will get back with all of your questions that I didn't answer, and I appreciate you. So everybody have a great night, and we'll talk to you soon.